Alright, so here we have my level for killing floor 2. This is just a basic overview. The middle area is a big open space where there's going to be like burning cars and such. These L bends I'm going to obscure, and there's going to be spawners over here and over here, which will always be able to spawn because they'll be out of sight. In the middle, there's a big spawn area, which will mostly just be active if the player's in an indoor space. So that way there could be floods of zombies coming in from the outdoors. There's also another spawner over here, which is just to fill in the area. This middle area, I'm thinking I'll probably have a couple of cars set up in order to cover the area and provide opportunities for cover and such. And in here, I'll probably set this up as like a garage, so there might be a car here and here. And this is mostly a longer room where you can do some longer range shooting that's not quite as close quarters. It leads into this room over here, which is a trader room and fairly defensible. You can set up over here in order to cover both of the entrances. There's also a spawner right here in case the player isn't in this area. Over here, we've got a long room which is going to be defensible. There's going to be doors you can weld at both ends. So, well, mostly just at this end, so you can weld that door and then have a long range indoor area to fight in. And there's another spawner over here. This area is also accessible from this room over here. In here we've got another of the spawner rooms, and this whole area is intended for close quarters combat. So there's these two rooms which are pretty close together and compact. There's a spawner over here which is a little bit out of the way, and there is a spawner over here as well. So if you're running around this area and you go out of sight, there could be zombies spawning in there. To continue on the close quarters themes, there's this long narrow corridor which has a zombie spawner in the middle of it right here. So if the player isn't actively in the corridor, this spawner should always be active, which leads into this room, which is another close quarter room. These rooms are probably going to be fairly open, like not a lot of stuff on the floor, so there might be a couple of things. Also, I'm thinking of probably putting a pickup right about here and another pickup in this corner over here. There's a spawner here, and I'm thinking I'll probably put like some covering this area, so that way the pickup is out of sight. This is another of the larger rooms that leads off into the central courtyard. And here's this room. This room only has one entrance, so you can try to defend from in here. This is a stand-in for what's going to be a destructible wall. So the player can come in here and defend with only one entrance, and if the going gets tough, they can just break down the defensible wall. And this brings us into the other trader room, which has the exit into the larger room and the exit into a little alleyway off of the central courtyard, I mean. And you can then go into the long range room over here. So that largely sums up the level. As is, I've just grayboxed in the spawners and the walls and floors and ceilings along with the trader pods. I'm going to be implementing the cover and other such things as my next step, but for right now I have not implemented them. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to respond. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's all. Bye.